Hello, here we are with a new episode of Pints and Pages. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And for today's episode, we are going to talk about a controversy, conspiracy.
It's not. I don't think it's really a conspiracy. It's pretty much right there.
It's
a controversy between a YouTuber and a corporation. Well, I mean, it started out with an individual store, turned into a corporation.
Yeah. Well, and it started with a grandfather trying to pay for his grandchildren's education. That turned into his son. That turned it over to the YouTuber.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know what the money was for. If anyone can't tell, it's the Reckless Ben.
It is, yeah. So what it is the bricks and minifigs Reckless Ben controversy. Yeah. I only know so I'll start with what little bit that I tiny know. When I was trying to explain it to Misty, she looked at me and she said, "Is that all the information you have?" And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "How are you going to get a podcast out of it?" And I said, "Levi and Brad."
Yeah.
So Levi and Brad know way more than I do, but I think the whole premise is it started with a grandfather had been buying Star Wars Legos since they started.
Yeah.
And had not opened any of them, and then went to his son and said, "I want to sell everything that I've been collecting for years and pay for the grandchildren's education."
Yeah.
And the little did the son know that he had $200,000 worth of Lego Star Wars stuff.
We can get more into that, but that is, with what we have seen, it is still contended how much it was actually worth. Some people are looking at 80 to 120,000. Some people say that some of those sets are like 200, like with all of it combined, could be a little over 200,000. So kind of all over the place.
I think the argument on that front is stemming from the fact that consumers in the secondary market versus a business in the secondary market.
Correct.
They're gonna fucking lowball you. Everybody's gonna lowball you. There's conflicting levels of inventory lists. What has been sold already, what hasn't, because some of those sets did sell and they did get paid for some of them. But there is some that before the ownership change and shit like that. But I think if you look at that overall list and you were trying to rebuy that entire list right fucking now, you are going to spend more than $200,000 because of shipping fees, this, that, the fucking other, sourcing everything. It's going to cost you that much.
So I guess where I'll start is I kind of laid the foundation. Yeah. That was how it was going in. And then I will let you guys go. So I know there was a contract written. The son went to a lawyer, had a contract written up to take in with the materials to the store. And the store in question is a store in Utah.
Yep.
Which is a franchise of Bricks and Minifigs, which Bricks and Minifigs is a company that sells, buys and sells Legos.
And they sell brand new ones.
A lot of people love the comparison that they are the GameStop of Legos.
Okay. Yes. All right.
But I will also say, because some people have gotten it fucked up, I imagine you two might understand it better. At first, this only had to do with the franchisee, and now it has to do with the corporation. But all the other franchisees have no, like any of the other Bricks and Minifig stores have no influence.
Correct.
Well, a lot of people online, and granted, it's the internet idiot mentality, but they've been going and punishing other Bricks and Minifigs by being assholes at stores or being jackasses. And it's like, hey...
Yeah,
not
because basically what it is Bricks and Minifigs is essentially a GameStop, with the exception of the fact that each one is independently owned.
Well, the easiest way to compare it is McDonald's. McDonald's owns the building; they own the property, but the owner, the franchisor, is the one who put up the money to build it, and is the one that technically owns. I guess they own the building. McDonald's owns the ground. Bricks and Minifigs also owns the building. I'm pretty sure they lease it, but
their contract agreements are actually some pretty sketchy fucking things. If you start reading, like there were a lot of franchisees that posted their agreements up, after this shit, and it's weird.
And it has nothing to do with Lego. Lego does not own separate. Any of it. It's an actual corporation called Bricks and Minifigs that maybe this guy built one building somewhere and then all of a sudden just decided to sell franchise out other like, hey, do you want to own a Bricks and Minifigs in your thing? I will franchise it out. That's basically what happened, right?
The problem, and I think the main reason why so many locations are getting attacked over something they had nothing to do with is because they're trying to take. I think the fucking country is trying to take this franchise completely out.
Yes, they are. They are trying to topple it.
Since the way it was mishandled, it's not. We all know the individual franchisees are not the problem. But if they're going to continue to pay this humongous corporation who is the problem their fucking money for being a franchisee, then that's why people I don't think give a shit right now.
Right.
And they want the franchise gone in its entirety because you've got CEOs going on news channels making blatant lies, false reporting. Like, this dude should have like 30 fucking felonies. He did it all on camera.
Yeah, and the other problem is while the other franchisees may not have an issue, it may not, like, they may not do this, but the general public sees that if one franchisee was able to do it to one person and get the backing of the corporation, then any franchisee could do it to any person.
Well, and that's it, because you had a store who every bit of their shit, and not even including like the consignment things, but their whole fucking store was stolen from them.
Yeah.
That was a stolen fucking, like, if you read the fucking contracts, and they keep doing this whole RICO shit against, they're the ones racketeering. Bricks and Minifigs franchise, like the whole thing is the one because they just went in and fucking stole a thing, and they
So now what happened was he had this contract. He went in, he gave them, and the interview I saw with his son from Reckless Ben was that he had basically, the son had said, "Hey, we went in and took pictures of the store after we dropped off the merch, and like 90% of the store was ours. Was my dad's shit on the shelves. Like, they had to go buy extra shelving because my dad had so much stuff." Okay, so now, so that the people listening, because we obviously there's a lot, layers and layers and layers to this.
A lot of bricks.
So a lot of bricks, a lot of minifigs. So what happened after that? So he dropped it all off. He took pictures. They did get paid for some of it, but then
the original store owners were wanting to sell their business and get out of the franchise. They were going to move out of the country, and they were trying to handle everything properly. And then as soon as corporate got wind of it, they came and just took the fucking store from them.
Didn't allow them to give an
They had this.
Yeah.
They had another store owner, and I use that in quotes because they never could actually produce the other store owner, correct? Because the interview that I saw with the lady that owned the store that said, "Hey, my husband got a job out of the country. We had signed this contract with this guy. He brought in everything. We got him all set up. I called corporate and I said, hey, I want to sell." And they were like, I explained the situation with me buying all this product and me getting out of the country. And then they called me back and were like, "Oh, look, we've got another guy that wants to buy, like close enough to your area." And she's like, "Oh, okay." He goes, "So instead of us franchising out to him in another location, we're just going to have him buy yours." And she was like, "Okay." But then, like, the way I understood it is it got very convoluted because she never actually met the owner.
Yeah.
And then when she tried to go back into the store, two dudes that she had never seen before
just seized it.
Just she came into the store. They stopped her at the door and they kicked her out, and she was never allowed to go back in.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Reckless Ben went in and tried to talk to the manager, he asked if he could see the owner, and she couldn't produce the owner. She couldn't produce, like, so then everybody was just assuming that
corporate used the second owner as an excuse for them to just absorb the store.
To quote Clue, the movie, the new store owner was a red herring for Bricks and Minifigs to just go in and seize everything because they wanted all this product.
Yeah, they seized all the inventory, and then once a court case was won, they closed the store so they didn't have to pay. Because they had been
Reckless
won in
Ben
court.
Won in civil court, not civil court, in small claims court.
Small claims court,
and then they closed the business, and somehow that negated all the liability.
Which that's also not where a lot of the issue is coming into, but part of the big issue is the fact of he had to go through all of these loops and holes just get him into small claims court because the police were actively not allowing him to serve him civil court papers.
Yeah, see, and I think that's where you guys know more than I do, because my story pretty much ends there. Because that's about as far as I got. Was then Reckless Ben was going and trying to find out who the new owner was. They couldn't produce the owner. Then the police showed up, trespassed him, told him he couldn't come back or he'd be arrested.
Yeah.
So, like, the son couldn't go back. The grandpa could. Well, the grandpa was in poor health.
Ben, at that point, I can't remember how he managed to do it, but he found where the guy lived, or he found roughly the area where he stayed, and propped up outside of the house and stores with signs and a bunch
of the supposed new owner.
Well, people who had taken over the store.
There
was two guys. One of them clammed the fuck up, met with him, didn't do much. The other one just started making all kinds of false reports to the police. He's like, they were going to burn our house down, like all this kind of crazy shit. He called and said they had a bunch of heroin in the car, so they got him pulled over for that. And the cops followed everything. That's the part I don't understand.
That's part of where the big more into like Rico bullshit. When you go into that town, they're Mormons. They're all Mormons. And I'm not trying to say Mormons are bad people, but a majority of the police force, or at least a majority of the people working on that case, and then the people that were from corporate that took over the Bricks and Minifig store, they're all Mormons.
Also,
so they all stuck together.
No one's really brought this up too many times. I think Ben did in one of his early videos. But Bricks and Minifig is also the largest donator of money to that police department.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was spoken up. They don't. Bricks and Minifigs donates a lot of money to police and shit in the towns where their fucking people reside.
Which I will say, if you took all of the controversy away with how expensive Legos are and how bad the secondary market is, I can understand doing that just to be like, hey, I want them pronto to the investigation or to a break-in. Mm-hmm. Now that all this shit's happening, it's like, oh, what was your real intention there?
Yeah, because he's done it on fucking how the fuck is he not in jail? Like everybody from Bricks and Minifigs has committed crimes directly on fucking television, and they're not. Why aren't they getting
not to
arrested?
Jump all the way to the end, but where we're at in current day, the judges aren't listening to Ben. Now, part of that's his own issue.
He's got one judge that's helped.
He's got one, but he's representing himself in court. So I think that's his biggest problem. No one's taking him serious.
No, well, yeah, and the way he speaks sounds like some dumb kid who's just coming up and trying to pull one out. Like he really, like his weakness is his fucking the way he looks and his voice. If he spoke like a more articulate, intelligent fucking person, those guys would have been fucking thrown in prison a long time ago. And it's just, it's like the whole YouTube thing. And it's like, there's cops legitimately not taking you serious because someone mentioned you had a YouTube channel. And I think what cops need to do is when they hear that, they're like, oh, we need to be on our tippy top best behavior because there's going to be fucking cameras everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we need to make sure what's going on, because if someone's throwing this much of a budget to bring a subpoena to someone's house, and you read it and you're a police officer and you see that it's a subpoena and you call the fucking place that said, yes, this is a fucking subpoena, that you're going to give it to them instead of breaking 13 fucking laws instead on camera.
Speaking of subpoenas, they subpoenaed fucking Ben's Gmail account.
That was also something that was a violation of rights. So if Ben really wanted to, he can go after Google now for breach of terms of services, violation of your fucking constitutional right, all kinds of shit. And he had a gag order, restraining order on him. They got that revoked because the judge is like, this just violates every fucking Fourth Amendment right he's got.
Because they escalated it, which is this is the only time Bricks and Minifigs fucked up. They escalated it, adding more charges on to try to make sure stuff would stick. They made it felonies, which took it federal. And a federal judge looked at the gag order and went, what the fuck are we doing? This is against his First Amendment right, like Brad said, and finally lifted the gag order.
So can you scroll down through here while you guys are talking? I want to read is the store in American Fork?
No, the store is in Oregon, and this is spread all
Salem,
over because
Oregon.
They've had to chase these idiots to their homes because they won't do anything, and the headquarters is in Utah. Right?
At one point, Ben fled to Mexico, apparently. Now, that was never confirmed, but he ended one of his videos being like, I have evidence that the police were trying to come find me in Los Angeles, so I left the country, is what he claimed. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we don't know if he did or didn't, but just the fact that you have to put that in a video because you feel...
Yeah, they're
afraid almost.
Quite literally breaking the law by chasing these people down across state lines or having other police departments get involved. I don't fucking get it.
Sorry not to interrupt you.
No,
that's all right. In response, CEO stated that BAM franchising terminated the prior franchise and maintained that consignment agreements are not authorized under franchise rules.
Which we found in their actual terms of service with franchisees. It is allowed. It's up to the franchisee. Corporate just has no hands in it.
And then they made up the reasons for seizing the store. So they quite literally lied to seize it as well. I can't remember exactly how that went, but everything Bricks and Minifigs says somebody else did, they're in the middle of doing it at that exact fucking moment. That every fucking single thing they've tried to nab Ben with is something they are doing in that fucking particular moment. And they keep saying, well, why haven't you tried to give them back? Why won't... And the CEO's like telling everybody, we've tried, but no one answers. We've tried, but no one will get back. Okay, you have not fucking tried, because you get the list of Legos and you drive to their fucking house and put them on the porch and you take a photo, knock on the door, call them, be like, here they are. Here's photo evidence of all your fucking Legos on your porch. That's how you solve it, dumb fuck.
Yeah.
Well, you're not trying if you didn't drive the fucking Legos to their house. You're not doing a goddamn thing if you didn't put them in a truck and drive them somewhere.
Right. Right.
According to the Google AI, because I Googled it, because I was with you, I couldn't remember what their reasonings were. Their reason for seizing the franchise in the first place was part of it was the controversy going on, but Bricks and Minifig claimed that Crystal was behind on her rent payment and her franchisee payments. But granted, I don't know how much you can find receipts for any of that because it's a he said, she said.
Yeah.
I mean, without getting into anybody's accounts or personal finances.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
I just over here.
I just don't understand how.
Oh yeah, you can see
anybody
the evaluation.
Anybody can look at this, and I don't want you to harass people at the other places. Just don't fucking go there.
That's the best
people need
way.
to quit fucking showing up to these stores at all. Just don't go. And that's how you fight this. Like, you just don't go and you just keep your fucking mouth shut. Mind your own business. Let the people involved in the issue take care of it.
So, yeah. Because it's, man, I had told Brad yesterday when we had talked about this, I can't believe Lego hasn't stepped in.
Yeah. I mean, they can, but they can't. This is all second market. This would be like Wizards trying to stop scammers on eBay by.
It'd be like TCG player ripping somebody off. Yeah, and Wizards
that's a better way.
Step in, because that's not going to happen.
Well, they can do certain things. They can shut off distribution.
Yes, they can stop any new product.
They can keep them from loose bricks. They can keep them from being on their website and ordering. Like, it's not too fucking hard for Lego to quietly just do some things nobody will ever know happened unless somebody at corporate speaks the fuck out. And they're not going to do that because it's more bad press. It's like, Lego just shut us off because of all this, and they'll start bitching. And I'm like, wow, the people that make the fucking product that you just stole from people told you no more.
Right.
And it's like, that means we should probably follow suit.
I would think Lego would be justified in doing over that.
And they don't even need to fucking say anything publicly. They just cut them fuck off.
It is funny that, like, so scroll up, and I know we're talking about this thing. I want to know, like, click on Bricks and Minifigs. Do they have a Wikipedia? Do they have like a like? I don't think they do.
It's Bricks and Minifig publicly traded. That's
like, is Bricks and Minifigs like? Is that like a...
They only have the controversy as a Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. All right.
Bricks and Minifigs.
No, it's not.
Because people have been typing that one in. It is not a publicly traded company.
Okay. So this Brian Mansell is not.
That is the son.
Amon McNeff.
That guy's a
piece of shit.
Okay.
Well, so is the Johnson. What's his name?
Joshua Johnson.
Johnson. He's the biggest fucking liar. Brandon Best is the only one that's been.
Sorry, I can see my mouse
more quiet and uninvolved.
Okay.
He must be the fucking brains or something here.
He must be the conscience.
Heyman is the one specifically that called the police and said that Ben threatened to burn the store down, burn headquarters down, and kill everybody inside and shoot them and all this other shit.
Joshua Johnson has said that they made threats against their house and stuff. He had him trespassed off of public property where he was allowed to do things.
Yeah, they were in a park at one point.
They're trying to charge him with vandalism because he posted a sign on a public board for posting signs. But yeah, and he was the one that said the heroin. Yeah,
don't go back up because because right there, there's Bricks and Minifigs' history. Like founded in Battleground, Washington by David Ortiz. I'm assuming not the first baseman for the Red Sox, and John Masick.
Eamon and Matt have also sued their father and done a lot to take out their
I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah. So they sued their father for a company which has one of the shiestiest fucking business names.
I don't know. I didn't see what the
We Steal Your Money.
It's something dude, it's very a possessive term. Like it's like I'm gonna steal your shit, and this is where I hide all my tax fraud. But they took it from their father, and then their father countersued and fucking took some shit back, and it was like a big battle. But these two idiots are literally the worst fucking people you could ever encounter. They steal, they lie, they cheat, and they only care about each other, and they probably like fucking incest fucking butt fuck each other somewhere in a goddamn
Legally Mine LLC.
Legally Mine LLC, yeah.
That is the name of the company that they stole from their dad.
And then their dad stole it back. Because they thought they had some kind of weird entitlement to it because it was their father's business and they didn't believe he was running things properly.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't know.
Legally Mine.
Yeah. They're all about.
So it was originally called the National Foundation for Asset Protection. They were later forced to rebrand as they were allegedly posing as some sort of nonprofit type of organization while being a for-profit company. Yep. And so they rebranded to the ever iconic Legally Mine Company.
Yeah, they basically help businesses steal legally. Here's all the paperwork to make sure this shit's yours now.
Got it.
So consignment.
So yeah,
consignment law
specifically for medical protection professionals.
Oh,
Legally Mine Asset Protection for medical professionals.
So they help.
They help fucking doctors who botch jobs.
A client first approach to wealth management.
Yeah.
I don't want to send a message to
hit the X down at the bottom.
Oh,
it sure seems like a front to some illegal activity.
Your guys' camera was covering it. I couldn't see.
Oh, okay. Services. Go to services.
Asset protection, tax strategies, medical lawsuits, and estate planning. I want to see medical lawsuits.
So it's kind of convenient. They would know everything about a dying man's property while stealing a dying man's property.
Yeah.
And running a fucking...
What drives a medical malpractice lawsuit? That's a great title.
Malpractice? The fact that you fucked something up?
It comes down to two things, cause and motivation.
No, it comes down to you fucked up.
So they offer malpractice insurance.
The cause is often an alleged medical error or negligence, with the motivation is financial. If personal assets are exposed, a malpractice claim becomes far more attractive to pursue. They are literally just practicing or helping shitty doctors practice shitty medicine.
Yeah, it is a complete family of the worst fucking people in the world. And I don't think we should be looking for like anything.
And they're based out of Utah.
Like, we should not be. Yeah, because it's cult fucking central. I used to want to live in Utah until like the last fucking 10 years.
What's About Us all about?
It's in Ohio.
Oh, it's in Ohio?
This person I'm reading on Reddit posted this a month ago. They were sued last year by the Ohio State Bar Association for illegally practicing law in the state of Ohio, and they were found guilty by the state Supreme Court.
Yeah, because they're not lawyers, but they're selling law they're selling law advice.
What'd you want
About Us?
Company overview.
Yeah. They're out to fuck the consumer in any goddamn way they can. Yeah. They literally need to be in prison the rest of their lives regardless. Just protecting on a moral fucking basis.
I know, right? Personal assets.
But it's hard to find.
The fact that they specifically target, like, hey, we want to make sure you keep your shit. Yeah. What the fuck? Like, wouldn't a doctor be more concerned of losing their license or their business or their ability to have a job?
Mm-hmm. There's some mine somewhere that needs people to dig shit out of it, right? Like,
yeah. We just send them to a gulag in Russia.
God. No, that sounds like a walk in the park. So they sometimes let gulag members into the open air.
You want them strictly in the coal mines.
They need to fucking be gone. They need to be gone from society.
I can agree.
Like, just remove them from the public. Don't let them do anything. Seize their fucking assets since they want to protect everybody else's crooked bullshit. I don't know. I think Reckless Ben could have definitely handled this like a responsible adult in some regard.
Yeah.
But that does not make for good YouTube content.
Well, it doesn't. He wouldn't have got any content. Because that's part of doing it responsibly.
Right, I've given him enough shit, but in his latest video, he even talks about it to, who was it, Eamon? He was, because Eamon kept asking, kept saying, you're doing this just for content, you're doing this to be an ass, you're taking the easiest route, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I sent you several emails before I ever started a YouTube video, before I ever came to the location. I went to your website, went to your email, and emailed you. And immediately Eamon's like, show me the fucking emails, forward it now, send it to me now. And he's like, okay, and he pulls out his phone and he goes scrolling. And he finds it and he shows it, and immediately Eamon's like, that's not the right email. You're emailing a ghost. And he goes, well, I got that off your company's website. You're the CEO. Yeah. I got it off your website, not the store's website, your website. And he's like, yeah, but you're emailing you a ghost. I'll give you the proper email. And he's like, this still doesn't change anything, in my opinion. It still doesn't change anything. He attempted to go at it the right way of civil conversation. Now, I will say I won't say being an ass, but his name is quite
his
appropriate.
Name is Reckless Ben.
Yeah. I was like, his name's very appropriate.
I mean, it's not fighting for a good cause in the responsible manner, Ben.
That is very true.
It's Reckless Ben.
It's funny how frustrated and angry Eamon was getting in that video, the most recent video. And I'm like, you're scolding yourself. You're projecting anger onto Ben because you're too fucking stupid to realize that everything you're mad about is your company's fuck up. Like, you're not taking your own accountability. You're mad at your fucking self and how everybody decided to handle this. Like, I don't get how getting angry and trying to scold someone for not doing something properly when you aren't doing a fucking thing but lying through your teeth the entire time. Like, you know you're lying. So, like, you think you would try to make your argument a little more fucking believable.
They are obviously lying because of the simple fact, period. Past anything else, an old man and his son went into a store and dropped off a truckload of Star Wars Lego shit.
So much the corporation had to bring in U-Hauls to get rid of it.
And
they did it in one night.
They have proof that they dropped it off. They have proof that it was in the store. They have a contract that said the store would sell it for them. You did something with it.
The wild thing to me is that contract is through a lawyer, and it may not be their lawyer, but isn't that a witness you could use for a case or or to help you in the legal system? Being like, hey, I know I signed this contract stating, or I forged up, or I made up this document, this contract for. The lawyer I forget the family's
probably
name.
Didn't.
I don't think you can because
I'm not saying
like
he could directly do anything, but he's at least a witness saying, "Hey, I'm part." Like I can.
The most lawyer can say is, "Yes, I wrote this." Yes, right. Like they're going to be like,
I wrote this in good faith."
Yeah,
that's probably all the.
It's like
my point is it testifies to there's a written document and a written contract to it, which means you have to acknowledge that it's a thing.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yes, that is correct. I would think. I would think that would be correct. So.
But fun. Let's play a fun game because I've been playing guessing games with you guys. With how immature Eamon acts, and I know you didn't necessarily get to see the video, but you've heard all about it. How old do you think this man is?
Dude, he acts like.
Let me see if I can't. I thought I saw a video of him. I was gonna guess 35.
I guess 42, but he acts like a fucking mid-20s-year-old dumb fuck.
Oop, wrong page.
He has the brain of a fucking teenager right now. Like, his thought process.
That is currently what Eamon McNeff looks like in the most recent Reckless Ben video.
Yeah.
I have not seen that video. When I saw him, he was in the hallway of headquarters.
Yes, you saw him freaking out on Ben.
Yes. This motherfucker ruins a good curly mustache for the rest of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is...
fucking snidely whiplash-looking motherfucker.
That is...
Yeah. You call the Canadian Mounties, they'll handle it.
Is he 35?
And what'd you say?
42.
You were the closest. He's 41. He doesn't have a public birth date, but he has a public graduation date for high school. So 18 years off of that would put him at 1985 of the year of birth. You'd take that from 2026 as 41.
Okay. He is probably 44 then because he got held back. That's probably why his birthday is not displayed. He took a few grades more than once. I'm assuming it started in kindergarten.
I could assume so. You got to be a fuck up if you're doing that in kindergarten.
Sir, your son has eaten more crowns than he's used to draw with.
Why do you instantly have to attack my arm?
She's hyper.
She's something.
She's a menace.
Go back to Amon Amarth.
Eamon McNeff.
Hey, is that his name?
Eamon McNeff.
Eamon. He got kicked out of the fucking Amish. I swear.
One of the podcasts I listen to, The Yard, that is their joke name for their friend Aiden when they're like calling him a dumbass and shit. They call him Eamon. So to hear this man actually named Eamon, I'm like, man, there is a dumbass named Eamon.
Hit back. What's Google search does Eamon get?
Oh, you want
just him?
Is it just him?
Probably at this point.
Okay. Like a LinkedIn, a Facebook page.
Shit. If he was smart, his LinkedIn would be linked the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's all just going to be articles.
Meet the franchise. That was 1 week ago.
Oh, this is going to play. Please.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
No, this comes out.
Live in 18 days. Do we do a live streaming?
Oh, fuck.
This is an interview with him. Which also, I imagine you know this, Brad. He has went on like Fox News and shit with all of his lies about Ben.
I don't believe anything Fox News says. So
I don't believe anything any of our
I don't.
big media.
I'm just saying, like, this is how outrageous Eamon is being. He's on fucking.
The only news organization I'd probably, and this is only because they're bland as fuck, is either PBS or NPR. Just because they're so bland as shit, I don't know that, like, nobody gets over. If you're watching news for entertainment purposes, like CNN or Fox or MSNBC, then that's not really news. I mean, you're getting some information, but most of it's one-sided.
Motherfucker. You're just supposed to read the news.
Yeah.
Just read the fucking news.
Yeah.
And shut up.
Oh, this is everyone finding out.
First off, this is people... Yeah,
this is what I was.
I am not Reddit. What does that say? Circle jerk? Huh? Lego circle jerk. Oh, that's the name of the. Plastic bricks are adults only. Real serious Lego discussions.
So, just so you know, in Reddit, circle jerk is a term when a bunch of people are super self-righteous pricks and gatekeepy about a community. So when someone makes a community like Lego circle jerk, they're making fun of those people.
Oh, okay.
That's a subreddit. Yeah. That's why the description is like that.
Okay.
Typically, I could be wrong. This could be an actual circle jerk subreddit.
I am just here to tell you through my findings about CEO, I'm 99% sure, that he's been sued for other shady stuff involving other business. I went out public background.
Yeah.
Legal. Okay, this is about the Legally Mine. This is the Supreme Court of Ohio. Who's
Daniel McNeff is his dad, I think.
Dan is his dad.
Okay.
Dan the man.
I don't know how much
McNeff.
Yeah. I saw an email down below and I don't know how much it showed. So I was like, I'm not going too far down. I don't need. It looked like it censored some of it. It's a screenshot.
Of your email or his? Oh, his?
It's whatever's posted on this Reddit account, but.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I don't need to be sharing fucking emails.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
Because I did read the caption said email for Eamon McNeff, and I was like, nope. I'm not going to be the one that gets in trouble for this.
That. Put it out. I'll put my face on it.
How about no?
Reckless Nick.
I'm I don't even know what to say. I'm fascinated by this. It's discouraging that,
void franchises at all motherfucking cost.
It's definitely discouraging as like a small business owner that like people even do this to other people. But like
there were some other videos I watched of people as well that has kind of nothing to do with this, but he wanted to see how crooked the people are that appraise your bricks and stuff when you go into Bricks and Minifigs. So he went to several locations with a curated, like, random thing of little Legos and Minifigs in there. But he put special Legos in there. and took the minifigs apart in a way that it kind of disguised it. But there was like $400 fucking minifig, a $10,000 fucking gold C3PO or whatever or $1,000, I think. It was like one of 10,000 ever made, and he had one. And he took it into these places, and every one of them tried to undervalue him or tell him it was something else or it wasn't wrong. One of them even took the fucking C3PO after saying it was fake. It's like, I think this is a fake one. It's like you move the arms and yada yada. And he was pointing out all these little things that would be like, this is fake. It was spray painted or yada yada. And then if you look at how to identify one to make sure they're accurate, everything he pointed out that indicated it was fake was the thing that indicated it was real. Because of the way the plating and coating works and like all kinds of shit, you can't get them apart because it sticks them together. Like there's so many things.
There's two things that I wanted to stay away from as much as I possibly could, and Robert was such a small piece using the consignment for the graded comics that I really wasn't worried about that. But consignment, I wanted to stay away from consignment.
Yeah,
because then you're putting. Not only are you putting other people's products taking up your shelf space, and then when it's sold, you get such a minimal count for it. But the other thing is that I honestly don't care for buying stuff from people. That's why I prefer to go to garage sales, estate sales, yard sales, like antique malls, like flea markets, fucking shit like that, and get stuff, because I hate buying stuff from somebody, because I always feel like if there's a hidden gem in there, I have to tell them. Like, that's how I feel.
So here's where I
get excited telling people, "Oh my god, I think you got the expensive one." Like, do you know how fucking pumped I would be?
It's just like,
oh, I get to hold it.
And that's why I always start every conversation with, "How much do you want for it?"
That's exactly what I was gonna say. If someone comes to me and goes, "Hey, I'm looking $400 for this," I'm going to thumb through it, and if I see things worth of value, and this is as a non-business owner, but even in that aspect, I'm going to thumb through it. If I see things of value, sure, here's $400. But if you hand me stuff and go, how much? And I find a gem, I feel obligated to say I found it. Hey, dude, this is super expensive. If you pull this out, I'll buy the rest. But this is going to charge $1,200 for it.
Well, what I've started doing the last couple of times, and I've turned comic book people away because I've got so much, I don't need it. But even with the card people, they'll come in, I'll sift through it. Sometimes I know what I'm looking at, sometimes I don't. I don't want to. The last two kids that have come in with like binders full of Pokemon, I was like, I'll be honest with you, I don't know what I'm looking at. And I was like, and I'm not going to spend all day looking up all 200 of these cards that are in a binder. And I was like, I think some of the stuff looks like it's expensive, but like every time I think I find an expensive Pokemon card, it's worth $1.20. So like
Pokemon I bitch about, this is a small side tangent. I bitch about Magic and their special foilings and their special editions. Pokemon ruined it for their fucking TCG over and over and over again. First, it's going to be holos that we care about, and then it's going to be VMAXs, and then it's this kind, and then it's this. And every time they introduce a new type of evolution or a new special thing in the game, or if they haven't done that in the games, they just decide we'll make a new random printing and we'll do one of them. Unlike Magic, where it's like, okay, we're doing Galaxy foil on these 30 cards. They're like, oh, we're doing rainbow printing on 2. They have the lowest pull rate. Have fun.
Yeah,
and it's like, fuck you.
So I usually just start with, what do you want out of these?
Yeah,
and usually the last couple of kids have been like, I'm looking for this, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm buying. So at best, I could give you this. And they both have walked away, and I told them that was fine. You're
doing the correct thing as a business owner.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know what I'm looking at, and I don't want to overpay, but I also like can respect the fact that if, I send them over to level up the Pokemon dude in town. I'm just like, hey, just go over there. That guy's gonna know exactly what he's looking at, and since he deals in like 98% Pokemon, he's gonna be more than likely to spend more money on it than I am too.
My brain also goes to, and this is just dumb little business thing, but if you throw in there, hey, tell him I sent you because I don't deal with Pokemon, that gives them an idea. Oh, someone deals with Magic. I don't know. Hey, go over to Savini Comics.
Yeah, and I think my whole point is I think Eric's pretty good about that because I do deal with Magic. I mean, he had Magic for a little bit, which is fair. I mean, it'd be dumb for him to not carry some Magic, just not specialize in it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like me with Pokemon. I have some Pokemon
where you can get it.
I just don't specialize in it. Like, my specialty card game at the store is Magic. It's always going to be Magic, but it'd be dumb for me not to have other card franchises in the store.
Yeah, because we play more than one. Yeah, a lot of us.
Yeah, so yeah.
Or we try to, but there's like no fucking support for it. Like it's like all the people that play it exist in some fantasy land that's not in our town.
Yeah,
or the issue with like. I'm thinking specifically Riftbound is like Seth and I are like, me and him still have never played a game. I don't even know how the fucking game's played. I want to learn, but I don't have time anymore.
Yeah.
Because if I do have free time to play a card game, I haven't played a Commander game in like 6 fucking months.
Yeah.
I'm going to go play a fucking Commander game. I'm not going to go learn Riftbound, but I want to learn Riftbound.
Right.
I've tried to learn a little bit, but it's kind of hard to learn a new card game any fucking more.
Yeah.
I put so much brain power on Magic.
And that's also my issue is I try to correlate everything to Magic, and then when it doesn't click, I lose everything. I could put 3 pieces in a row of a puzzle together, but if I can't find that 4th, it's like I didn't put the other 3 there. Right. Immediately all the knowledge is like, I don't know how this game works anymore.
Yeah. Rick does, to get back to consignment, Rick does consignment down at his store. And I think it goes, I don't know that he does a lot of it, but I think he also keeps it to certain people. I don't think he lets everybody, kind of like me in the Rob situation. Like, I think he keeps it to certain people. But he's just like, hey, listen, I'm going to throw this on eBay for you. And like, if it sells, great. If it doesn't, then I can't control it. If your shit doesn't sell, your shit doesn't sell. Like, so. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't like doing that. Like, totally different wave base or way of thinking for me is like the trades that we did in the store yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, you Magic guys, I will make trades for in-store stuff all the time because it's you guys, and I know that like the goal of both of us is to win. It's for both of us to come out ahead.
Yeah, we had that was a fun one.
So
that's honestly, and it's the same thing. I equivalate it more at card shows because at least I see it more at like conventions or card shows.
Yeah,
but I know Kingdom. I've seen it happen a handful of times. But I enjoy trading cards with stores rather than, hey, can I sell this to you, or can I get store profit or store credit so I can buy this and. Fuck all that.
A guy came in to buy that $100 Pokemon. I had a Pokemon for $100. It on TCG Player, mint. It's like $1,000 card, but it was not mint. It was beat up. And he came in and he was like, he said, can you take this out of the sleeve? And I said, yeah. And he held it and he looked at it and he's like, well, it's not as beat up as I thought it was. And I was like, okay. And but he was looking to see if it was fake because it was some rare card that blah blah blah. But he's like, "This is real," and I was like, "God, I hope so."
Yeah, honestly, and I can get one from work. Actually, I don't even have to go to work because they're like $5. But a jeweler's gem or like a magnifying gem, because if you ever get to the point where you're selling or buying an expensive Magic card specifically. One of the telltale signs is if you look at the back.
The green dot test.
Yes, the green dot. It has what is it?
It's the way the dots line up with each other.
Yeah, I was like, there's a specific thing.
Green manus.
But yeah, there's a specific thing you can look at.
He was like, "This is real," and I said, "Yeah." And then he goes, he's like, "I'll trade you these 2 Pokemon for that one." And I looked them up on TCG, and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds fair. That's been sitting. These are lower priced 2 cards. I might get rid of these a little quicker. Mostly kids and not adults look at the Pokemon anyway."
Yeah.
So I took them, and then he's like, "Man, I really like that other card sitting there." And he had a whole stack in his hand, and I said, he goes, "Will you take these 3 for that one?" And I looked them up, and we were both winning. And again, I was getting 3 lower priced cards for a higher priced cards, and I was like, "Yeah." So I mean, I ended up with I know price value. He came out ahead, but I also know that I'm going to be able to sell the cards that he gave me quicker because they're lower priced. So I was all for it. He was happy when he left. He said he'd be back. I was happy when he left because I had cards that I thought I'd be able to sell a little bit easier. And yeah, I mean, I don't mind doing that at all. So
that's what I was talking about. There's red dots. I wanted to say red, but there's a certain formation the red dots go inside of the green symbol that verify that it's real.
Okay, it looks like the black dots are bigger and darker too.
It's the order at which it's printed, because the black dots go on after the red Unreal ones, and a lot of times the red goes down after on the fake ones. So that's what makes that fucking... The black was printed before everything else. I think Magic cards were printed where black's like the last color on the fucking card.
Because counterfeiters are trying to guarantee the red shows, so they put it last. Like he said, people that know Magic, I can't fucking do it, but they can somehow look at that fucking. And obviously, sometimes it's obvious if it's overlapping. But they can look at it and be like, "Nah, that wasn't printed in the right order." And I'm like, "How the fuck?"
The size of the lighter green dots as well, because that's another one where, like, the actual printing process is the fake ones are putting green dots on, like dark green dots on, instead of the other way. It's just the
other thing I'm noticing, and I don't know if this
technology that people don't have access to for printing.
I don't know if this is consistent, but on this real one, there's like a plus with the light ones. Yeah. And then all the other ones, it's just an amorphous blob.
Yeah. Well, and I'm
sorry, you brought up the verification, and it's something I see people do all the time, and it like fucking sparked a thing in my brain.
It's the first time I'd had anybody come in, and I mean, honestly, like if he would have told me it was fake, I would have just ripped it up and thrown it away. Like, I didn't know whether or not it was real or fake. I didn't even think about it. Like, I would have apologized to him and
see those spots
get up and thrown it away. So.
That shit gets awkward, and I've witnessed it once in real life. And it's nothing bad, because no one knew one way or the other. But one of my buddies went to Kingdom and was selling a bunch of cards. Expensive cards, and there was the Liliana vest that's big and modern.
Mm-hmm.
He had one of those that he had bought a long time ago, and it was up to like $120. So he went to sell it, and when Jason was first looking at it, he was like, "Oh, 70% or whatever the fucking percentage was." And then he started looking at some of the more expensive cards, saw the Liliana, and looked up at my buddy Tyler Whitehead. It was like, I don't want to be mean, because I don't know how you got this card, but I'm like 95% sure this is fake. And it just becomes this awkward moment, because it's like, if the guy's not, like, so obviously I know Tyler. He's like, I bought that off Facebook 5 years ago. I didn't open it. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
But he's like, I've played with it enough. I thought it was real. It looked real. It felt real. And you just end up in this weird limbo, and I hate seeing it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, he would have said, "Dude, this is fake." I would have went, "Okay, tell me how, like, what do you see that's fake?" And then hopefully he would have been like, this, and this, and then I would have apologized to him, and then he would have left. I would have Googled what he said. If he was right, I would have ripped it up and thrown it away. I mean, I didn't open it.
Right.
I don't even know where I got it from. I don't even know where I got it from.
You know,
to be honest, it probably came out of the tote of like 5,000 Pokemon that I bought when I first opened the store.
Yeah,
probably.
It probably came out of that tote, and I wouldn't have known one way or the other.
Yeah,
but I mean, that's not the first thing I look for when I'm going through Pokemon cards, is whether or not it's real or fake.
But you also don't, not that you aren't willing to, but you just don't deal with a lot of super expensive cards where it's worth the investment of, I need to know if this is real or fake.
Correct, because with the exception of, I'm more likely to sell an expensive card on TCG Player because the people that are coming into my store are there to buy stuff that may end up costing them a couple of $100, but they're going to buy it at $50 intervals. Does that make sense? Like they're not going to buy more than like $50 worth of one prop. Like
I will put it bluntly while being nice, and this is nothing to anybody, but we are a poorer town. Like, we are a big city. You're not going to have people that are coming in and dropping $800 on a fucking single.
Somebody will come into the store and buy the Marvel superhero collector boosters are $40 a pack. They'll spend $120 on 3 packs, but if they were $120 a pack, they wouldn't buy it.
Or the single that costs $120 is sitting on your rack. They're not going to buy it.
They'll buy $120 worth of packs trying to get the single that's on my rack.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's also, just to be me, that is also partially Magic's mentality. Like, our player base is a gambling player base.
Well,
it's the rush opening.
Sometimes.
It's the rush opening. And you're getting more for your money with $120 because you're getting all those cards.
And you can trade, sell,
so
duplicates.
That's why it's more likely that $120 card, while I'll put it up on my rack, I'm putting it on TCG Player because it's more likely to sell on TCG Player. Like, that's just, it just is what it is. You know, I had three people yesterday come in and look at my Bobby Witt on card auto that I pulled. And they were like, dude, that is sweet. And I was like, yeah, it's nice. And like, they looked at it, said it was awesome. There was no way they were ever going to pay the $225 at a time.
I was going to look up what it was.
And they walked out. But I got it on eBay right now for $225. I got 70. I'm up over 80 views, and there's like 15 people watching it. So I mean, I know it's gonna sell. I might have to drop the price down to 200 at some point, but I know it's gonna sell at some point. So speaking of selling, and I just popped into my head while I was talking about this, and we may want to do this for what time are we at?
58 minutes.
Okay, so I'll say this real quick because it reminded me, because I was like, I probably shouldn't have said that I was going to drop the price because I don't know how many people shop the store on eBay and also listen to the podcast. But you know who is listening to the podcast? Clay is listening to the podcast. And you know why I bring up Clay?
Because for our Danhausen section.
No, because we have a force of will to give away. Because I think we're at 600 subscribers.
Let me look.
And even though I teased him that we were going to wait until we were at 666, we've also forgotten about Clay, and we should have given this away like 200 subscribers ago. At least I forgot about it.
I did not, but I did not know what the agreement was. But this is a call out for the people watching the last 45 seconds. We need 3 subscribers. 3.
Well, we're at 597.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this is how we're going to end this podcast. And hopefully, when we get to 600, so we'll spend the last 5 minutes 10 minutes making them listen to how we're going to do this. Because we haven't talked about this off screen or on screen. So we're going to do it right now. How do we give it away? Is there a way to download our subscribers into like an Excel spreadsheet and make like a spin wheel? And
so that's what
I don't think we do it by subscribers. We make them engage. Give them so much time to comment on this video, so now they know they have to comment since they listened to the whole thing.
Okay. All right.
We could also have a random code word sprinkled in the middle of the episode somewhere. You just make Levi cut in like a commercial, and we'll just come up with a random word that they have to comment. So not only will they have to, they will just see a random cut in of an absurd word, and they won't realize that they need to remember what the fuck that word is until right now.
Cacomorphobia.
That is a great way to do that. That's a great way to do
Honestly, I like that because
yeah. Okay, so what we'll do is
outside of this episode, we'll discuss a word for me to cut in where Brad said now. And then on the next episode and however many following weeks we want, however long we want to run it, we just tell everyone at the start of that episode, hey, go back to this episode, watch all the way through.
Well, we want it to all be inclusive on this episode. So you're not chasing all over. You can't make it too hard. There's 600 people. I mean,
no. I'm saying it all has to do with this episode right here, right now. But I'm saying to promote it before the contest ends, at the start of the next however many episodes, we say, hey, go back to this episode where we're at right now. Oh, yeah,
go back and watch this. We're giving something away.
We're giving something away, listen for the secret word. And then they have to listen for the secret, which means they have to listen the entire time.
Yeah.
And obviously we know, and they know now that they've listened this long, it was at the end.
I'm going to...
But I think that's a perfect idea.
Yeah.
I just have to write it down, and I'll just have to voice over myself saying whatever the word is.
And then, so when we get to 600 subscribers, and I'll start, and we're doing this on camera, so everybody, we'll start the next episode with, don't forget to pay attention to when we get 600 subscribers, because we're going to have something that we need you guys to do, because the winner, or the first person to do that, gets a Magic the Gathering Force of Will out of the...
Secrets District Mystical Archive.
Yeah. So
is it just the Force of Will from the Mystical Archive? No foil, no nothing?
Wait, I don't know. I was trying to look at what the longest word is, and it's 189,819 letters, and it takes 3 hours to pronounce. So you have to spell it correctly. No.
So I don't know if this is
look for the video that's 4 hours long, and you'll find the word.
That one. That's the one he's giving. That's
Mystical
the one we're
Archives.
It was donated by Clay.
By one wonderful Clay.
Yes, by our wonderful Clay. And so we will give, when we hit 600 subscribers, we will give that Force of Will away.
I'll show the picture now. I just wanted to show the market.
And you'll have to go by the parameters that we set once we hit 600 subscribers. And maybe even we have, when we finally hit it, we begin an episode where it's just like, that way we don't all have to meet together. Maybe it's just me going, we just hit 600 subscribers. Make sure to watch this episode for details on the Force of Will sweepstakes. Or we could do that for, we could even do that for our YouTube shorts or our TikTok or our Facebook page or something.
Right.
We could do that now in between tapings.
I gotta pee.
Where it's all of us. So.
Well.
So anyway, all right. So yeah, I think we're at an hour or something, right?
Yep.
Hour and 4.
Okay. All right.
This has been Poops and Pieces.
Yeah, this has been
new rebranding. No.
It's been a good episode. I enjoyed the discussion about the thing, and now we like bricks and minifigs. Don't go in and harass the store owners. They didn't do anything.
Brick by brick.
Just stop going.
Yeah.
Just stop going.
Just stop curling your mustaches for a while.
I hate that for the store owners and the franchisees
and mustache owners.
Obviously, Eamon is a douchebag
with a bad handlebar mustache.
Yeah, and he should not get any credit or any more money. And he can
Lick my taint.
I figure if he looked like a Wild West outlaw in the Wild West, he thought he could just do whatever he wanted. Maybe it must be what it is.
Maybe that's it. He is somebody's Huckleberry.
Yeah, it's Bubba.
Bubba's Huckleberry. He's Bubba's
prison.
Huckleberry.
Big old Bubba in prison.
So, okay. So this is like, share, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. We appreciate everybody that comments and watches and listens and things like that. We're all over all social media platforms, so don't forget that. I'm Nick.
I'm Brad.
I'm Levi.
And this has been Pints and Pages.